Conditional formatting. Today I was going to go over just the basics of conditional formatting. It doesn't involve writing out any equations or anything, but it does just show the basic level of how effective they can be when presenting data. So in column A I have salesman, and in column B I have my sales. And it might be effective to add some sort of visual here to kind of demonstrate who has the highest sales, who has the lowest sales. So the best way to do this is I'm going to just highlight my sales under column B. So I highlighted all my sales. And up here underneath the home section, you'll find conditional formatting. I'm going to click that. And then there's a couple different options we can do here. So let's say I want to do the top bottom rule. So I want to show the top 10. And if I hit top 10, it's not very effective for us just because the list is a lot shorter. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 salesmen. So maybe we want just the top 3. So when I did the top 10, it allows you to adjust how many you want to have. So if I down this down to 3, this shows us our top 3. Let me do green because it's a good thing. Hit OK. And the nice thing about this is if I change this, so if I change this to 300 for Andy, it will adjust automatically. You don't have to put an equation in, it just does it by default. So let's adjust that back. Then we could also have done the bottom 10, which is the same thing, but now it shows who has the lowest amount of sales. So let's do that red. And then you have two conditional formats on top of each other. So we have our top 10, or top 3, sorry, in green, and our bottom 3 in red. And then a good way to get rid of conditional formatting, you click the same conditional formatting tab up here, you go to manage rules, and this will show you your rules you have in the actual Excel sheet. And let's say I want to get rid of the top 3, I want to delete that rule, hit apply, hit OK, and now we just have the red highlights. So let's clear that. I was going to show you one more conditional formatting tool, the manage rules. I'm going to delete that one, hit apply, hit OK. And then there's one more effective conditional format to show for this type of data set. I would do either data bars or colors. So data bars, when I highlight over it, you can kind of see how it changes when I highlight over it. This just shows like a loading bar almost. So 220 was the highest sales, so that's going to be full green bar. And then these other bars are percentages based off that 220. So 30 is almost in the beginning, and 100 is kind of getting towards the middle there. 150 is a little past the middle, and that's how that works. And I also could have done, delete, apply that. Also could have done the color scales. So it could be on a couple different color scales. Green is higher, red is lower. It kind of looks something close to what we call a heat map. It just gives you a visual representation of data based on color. And again, these will automatically adjust. So if I change this to 500, the rest of the colors are going to be affected. And it's a really effective tool to use when wanting to show a visual for data, but not necessarily put together a graph. And that's just basic conditional formatting.